welcome. This is Ashtanga Basics, 45-minute flow. We're gonna have some energy, we're gonna move. And can you hear me from back here? Good. Okay, so I like to start the class at the top of the mat. This is Ashtanga typically starts in this Samastitihi pose. And I'd like to set an intention. I'm gonna put my hand on my heart, take a deep breath. And my intention for today is just about feeling the breath. That's a big part of Ashtanga. Feeling each inhale and exhale with the movement. You may have an intention for presence, for gratitude, for strength. Just taking a moment to let that settle. And I wanted to begin with the traditional chant in Sanskrit. It's basically thanking all of the teachers who passed down this practice so we can be, it was originally for warriors, so we can be warriors today. And I hope you can feel the vibration. Sanskrit is a vibrational language where you have this sense in your cells that the tone is in your body. So even if you don't know what all these words translate to, feel their vibration. And we'll start with one collective Om. Om has 3 counts. The O feels low in the belly. The U feels more in your chest. And the vibrates in your mouth. So on one inhale, take a big breath. Vande Gurunam Charanaravinda Sandarshita Swatma Sukha Vabode Nishreyase Jangalika Yamane Samsara Hala Hala Mohashantye Abahu Purushakaram Jankachakrasi Darinam Sahaslashir Samshvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. So welcome to the practice of Ashtanga. We begin with sun salutations at the top of the mat in Samastitihi with the legs together, arms by the side, fingers closed so you can keep all your energy and prana inside you. And we move with the breath. So on our first inhale, arms come up, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, look in front of you. Exhale, step back to chaturanga. Nice long exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to your first downward facing dog. And while you're here, you breathe deeply. You're in this first down dog, you might want to pedal it out. Shift your hips from side to side. Feel into it. I know it's different times where everyone is, but maybe this is your first dog of the day. Breathe. Beautiful. On an inhale, step or hop your way to the top of the mat with a flat back. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, rise up, arms up, look up. Exhale, Samastitihi. That was the first Sane. Now I invite you to try this maybe with your eyes closed so you can really feel this movement and breath in your body and tune inwards. So just listen to my voice. Develop your proprioception, understanding where your body is in space. And we're going to try this Sun B. I challenge you to do it eyes closed. Sorry, Sun A, second time. All right, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. And as you breathe here, maybe you step your feet in a tad bit, Claude, so you can try and get the back of your heel all the way onto the ground, stretching through the backs of your legs. Beautiful. Sometimes shortening the stance does help you get your whole foot on the ground. Nice. Okay. Inhale to the top of the mat, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti. You can open your eyes. I hope that was a good challenge of feeling your body in space. And now this third Sane, I'll have you take it on your own time, breathing. I'll call out the breaths, and you know the positions, and I'll meet you in down dog. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Breathing here for 5. Engaging the legs. Deep nasally breath through the nose. Great. Now we're going to inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky. And then we're going to open up the hip by bending the knee. Taking some circles. Floss out the hip. Circle in one direction with your whole leg, Claude. You can really open up your hip. Now circle in the other direction. Beautiful. Now you're gonna bring that knee all the way into your right elbow using some core. Yep. Exhale, lower that knee to the right wrist. Bring that, yes, Claude, you've got it. Right knee over to the left wrist. And then inhale the knee up to that elbow. Lots of strength here. Kick out the leg to a fallen triangle. Raise your left arm up in the sky. Breathe here, nice opening. You have a beautiful fallen triangle. Nice. Swimming that arm forward down to the mat. You lift your right leg and flip it all the way over into flip dog. So you're opening through the chest. Another strong pose here. Breathe. Beautiful. Swimming your way back to this plank pose. You can push yourself back to downward facing dog. Inhaling the left leg straight back. Bending the knee. Opening the hip and taking some nice juicy circles. Flossing out the hip. And take your circles in the other direction. Beautiful. Inhale, bring that left knee to the left elbow, shifting into some core. Exhale, knee down to the wrist, across the chest to your right wrist, nice twist. And then inhale that left knee up to the right elbow and kick it through to your fallen triangle. Open up, beautiful. Lots of strength here. Breathe. Coming all the way around into that flip dog. Your leg comes right over. Yep, a nice transition there. You guys look so strong. Nice opening in the chest. Connecting to the breath. There's no tightness. Where can you release a little bit? Maybe in the shoulders or the face. Beautiful. Swimming all the way back down to your plank pose. Pushing back to downward facing dog. And now this feels like a rest. It's like a restorative down dog. So enjoy the breath here. A little bit on the gas, a little bit off the gas. Great. Inhale to the top of the mat with a flat back. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, sitting with bent knees into your chair, arms up. And breathing here, lots of strength. Tip the hips under. Carve your belly in. So you could have a booty or carve them under, and it'll help you engage your core. Sitting here, breathing. Okay. Inhale, standing up and balancing on your left leg. Take that right leg behind you. You're soaring like a bird. Yep. Breathe here. Connect to the breath to find balance. Yeah. As you inhale, you stand up and you bring your right foot all the way through. Don't put it on the ground. Catch your hips. Use the strength of your standing leg to hold this right leg out in space. Breathe here. 2 more breaths, 2. Exhale that leg down, arms up. Grabbing the left wrist with your right hand and stretching over to the right. You put on a bodysuit for cold water. It's tight on your body, and our skin is kind of like that over our bones. So feel like you're stretching your skin suit over your bones, feeling this length in the left side body. Beautiful. Inhale to center, placing the hands, finger facing up your back. And then exhale, tip back. If it feels okay for the neck, drop the head. Get a good opening in the chest. All kinds of stretching. Beautiful. Inhale back up. Exhale, sit into that chair again. Whew. In Ashtanga, we actually gaze up at the fingertips in chair. It's the drishti. You gaze up so that you have this feeling of looking up. There's duality of rooting down with the feet while connecting up through the sky with your fingers coming together. Beautiful. 1 more breath. Inhale to stand up. Immediately balancing on that right leg, bringing your left back to soar like a bird. Great job. If you want a little extra, you can tip your pointer finger under your thumb. This is a Janu Mudra for wisdom. Help us be wise and balanced. Using the breath here for all of this strength. And as we inhale, kick the left leg straight through. Catch the hips. Point the toes. Use your core and the energy from your standing leg to hold this strong posture while we breathe here. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Inhale your arms up, grabbing the right wrist with your left hand. Exhale, over to the left. Stretch the right side body. Breathe. Never go past the point where your breath gets tight. You should always be able to breathe through all of the poses, the transitions. Connect to the inhale for some space and the exhale to go a little deeper. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, we're gonna fold, having this nice duality for the spine where we go in one direction and the other. Hang ragdoll, sway the hips. We're gonna take Padahastasana. Inhale the hand, palm facing up, completely under the foot, so your toes tickle your wrist. You have a flat back, and then you exhale, pulling deeply on your elbows to help deepen the posture. As you breathe here, you feel your belly on your thighs. It's okay to bend your knees. You listen to the breath. Inhale, flat back, leaving your hands. Exhale here. Inhale, release the hands, standing up. Exhale, Samastitihi at the top of the mat. Wonderful. Now we're going to inhale, opening up to the right. Feet parallel. Exhale, pointing the right toes towards the back of your mat, grabbing your peace fingers around your right big toe, and left hand comes up for triangle. If you need to place your hand on your shin, help you find length there. Breathe, looking up at your left fingertips. Push into the right big toe to inhale your way up to parallel. Arms out to the side, this neutral position. Exhale, left toes point towards the front of your mat as you bring your peace fingers around your big toe. Gaze up at your right hand. Triangle. Uttita Trikonasana. Inhale, push into that left big toe. Feet parallel, arms out to the side. Exhale, right toes face the back of the mat again. Left hand finds the shin or the outside of the right foot for twisted triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. You're gazing up at your right fingertip. Push into that right foot to find balance as you come up to your middle position, feet parallel. Exhale, twisting. Right hand finds the shin or the outside of the left foot. Left arm comes up for twisted Parivrtta Trikonasana, gazing up at the left fingertips. Beautiful, everyone. And try and pull that left hip back so that your hips are square. I know it's very awkward. Beautiful. Inhale, coming up to your neutral, feet parallel. Exhale, stepping to the top of your mat, Samasthiti. That was the first of our turning right poses. Second one, we're going to inhale, open the feet a little bit wider this time. Hands out to the side. As we exhale, right foot turns out. Your elbow can find your knee. You might want a really long stance. You don't want the knee to come over the ankle. Yep, beautiful. If you want it a little deeper, you can try placing the right hand outside of the foot. Your left arm comes over your ear and you make this nice lightning bolt from your left heel to your left fingertips, gazing up at the hand. So Ashtanga, there's movement with every breath, and then you hold the posture for 5 breaths. So this is why we're gathering strength to breathe here in these poses. Inhale, push into that right leg, parallel the feet, arms out. Exhale, left knee bends, elbow can find the knee. Left hand can find the outside of the left foot for a deeper pose. Extending the right arm over your ear, looking up at the fingertips. You have this line of energy as you stretch the whole right side of your body. Breathing here, lots of strength. Inhale, push into that left thigh to come up to parallel. Exhale, twist. Left elbow can find the right knee. Hands can come into prayer. If you want the full pose, left arm comes outside of the right foot. And then you make that same lightning bolt with your right arm over your ear. If you have the hand on your knee, it might be easier to go deep if you have your hands in that nice prayer position. Each inhale finds length. Exhale, maybe you can twist a little deeper. Inhale, all the way up to the center. Arms out, feet parallel. Exhale. We're going to take the other side. Bending deeply into that left leg. Right elbow finds the knee. Maybe your right arm comes outside for a nice deep twist. Breathing here. Look up at the left fingertips. Beautiful. Inhale, push into that left thigh to stand up. Parallel. Exhale, Samasthiti at the top of your mat. Inhale with the arms on the hips. We're going to exhale, fold, placing the hands directly between the feet so it goes foot, hand, hand, foot. You have a nice lengthened back. Exhale, fold deeply using your elbows to pull you down. Length through the spine. Crown of the head reaching towards the mat. Beautiful. Engage the thighs. Where can you release here? Are your shoulders hiked up? Can you get them a little bit away from your ears? Inhale, extend the arms, flat back, look in front of you. Exhale here. Inhale, standing up, hands on the hips. Exhale here. Inhale, opening the arms wide. Exhale, clasping them behind your back. Inhale, shine the chest towards the sky. Open. Exhale, fold deeply. Bringing your shoulders towards the ground. Crown of the head reaching towards the mat. If this is really uncomfortable, you can grab your elbows instead of clasping the hands. Breathe as you lengthen your spine. Eventually your head comes all the way to the ground. Maybe you have to widen the stance for this part. Engage backs of the legs, the thighs. It's a very strong opener for the back of the leg. Inhale all the way back up to standing. Release the hands. Exhale, top of the mat, Samastitihi. So our last turning right pose, our hands come into Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Can't do that right now. If you want to grab your elbows instead, that's fine. Inhale, turning completely around to face the other side of your mat. Your back foot, the left foot, is at 45 degrees. Length through the spine, using your chin to lead as you slowly exhale your way over your right leg. Square the hips here by pulling that right hip back towards meeting the left. Reaching with the chin so your back is straight, finding length rather than curving. And breathe. Inhale, coming up to the middle, feet parallel. Exhale, pivoting towards the left leg. Inhale with your spine nice and straight, slowly coming over your left leg. Beautiful. Okay. Inhale, coming up to meet your parallel. Release Anjali Mudra. Bringing the heels to face each other. Toes facing out. Maybe you can face the camera and we can all be seeing each other. And slowly you're gonna come right down into a nice yogi squat. If your hands are in prayer, it might help push your knees out, opening. Nice opening. Beautiful. Right hand to the ground, taking a twist with the left arm up to the sky, looking up at the fingertips. So this pose should be a little bit of work, not too much, not as much as chair, but not that you're just sitting. So enough where you're engaged. Exhale, hands can meet. Left arm extends. Right arm comes up to the sky, twist, gaze up at the fingertips. Beautiful. Hands come back to prayer. We're going to try Bakasana Crow. I'll just walk you through it. So feet can come parallel now. Arms come straight to the ground. And we did some chaturangas in our sun A. So that's the idea of where you want your your arm to be in that 90-degree angle. And if you haven't tried this, I challenge you just to lean forwards on your toes so you feel that weight on your bicep. And just pick up one at a time. Try picking up the left foot. And then try with the right, just so you can get what that feels like. And if you feel that you can lean forward into the pose, picking up both feet. Beautiful, lots of strength, Claude. Love it. Joanna, love it. Nice. Okay, if you want to try and come out of this straight into a chaturanga, you shoot the hips up into the sky so you have enough space to land your feet behind you. Yes, beautiful, nice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the legs through to a seated position. Or jumping all the way through for that transition if you want to try. Coming to lay down on the back. We're going to take either bridge or wheel. You can take whichever is more comfortable for you, maybe starting off with the bridge. So laying back. Fingertips tickle the heel. Hips width distance for the feet. On an inhale, raise the hips. Breathe here for 5. Maybe you wiggle the shoulder blades a little bit under your back. Exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing your spine back onto the mat. If you want to try a wheel this time, placing the hands, fingertips facing towards your toes, under the shoulders. You might just roll onto your head with an inhale, or you might push all the way up and breathe here for 5 in your strong wheel. Beautiful. Yes. Nice. Everyone's doing a wheel for me. Thank you. Exhale, slowly coming down. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Breathe here, some gratitude. Take 1 second to gather the strength, to do one last push for the final wheel. Hands come under the shoulder blades. Inhale your way up. Beautiful. Breathe, find strength. Connect to the body. Inhale, exhale, slowly finding your way down. Placing one hand on the heart for gratitude, one on the belly, feeling the breath. Rise your hand up and down. Straightening the legs in front of you, if they're still bent knees. The arms will come by your sides. Your legs are sewn together like a mermaid tail as one unit. Inhale, lifting them up to catch your hips. In a shoulder stand, if you can do that, beautiful. Trying to feel that your hips are coming over your shoulders so you can make a straight line. Bringing your elbows in a little bit so they're not splayed out to the side. Yep, Joanna, try and make your elbows parallel to your shoulders so yep. And legs are engaged together as one unit. Yeah. So we've done a lot of work with our legs, stretching them and using a lot of strength in the muscles. And this is supposed to be a detox. all the blood is going in the opposite direction of how you stand. So breathing here for a little while you purify the legs. Beautiful. And then slowly your legs are going to drop into plow behind your head. And the toes are on the floor. The arms can extend behind the back, and maybe you clasp them like we did before. Maybe you hold your elbows. Yep, good job. This is plow. And it's the opposite of what we just did in our wheel. Your spine is now having some length in the other direction, opening up the vertebra. Now this is a favorite pose of mine, Karna Pindasana. Bending the knees, placing them outside your ears, and it's like listening to the ocean in a seashell. You're listening to your breath in your head. All you can hear is your internal wisdom when your knees are really on your ears like that. Great job. Releasing that pose. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling all the way back down. That should feel really nice for the spine. Using your core to sit up, face the front of the camera. We're going to come to Padmasana, which is a seated lotus pose. This is how we end Ashtanga practice. And if you've never done this before, we're going to start by taking the right foot into the left elbow and making this nice little cradle, like you're rocking a baby. It's opening the hip so you can place your leg in half lotus. So just like you're flossing out this hip over here, eventually you'll be able to place the foot in the crease of the left thigh. If this is already very intense for you, maybe you stay here. If it's too much, maybe you sit in crisscross applesauce. If you want to take the full pose, left leg comes into the right thigh, and you have this lotus. And then finally, if you can reach your arms around, maybe you grab elbows, maybe both hands grab the toes. This is a full lotus pose. So this is the position that you end Ashtanga practice in. And just like we had in the beginning a chant, there's a closing chant having gratitude for our bodies, for this practice, for connecting to ourselves, coming onto our mat. Chanting is said to be the honey of the practice. It's this sweet time where we just feel the vibration. I'm going to place my hands in prayer here. And don't worry if you don't know this closing mantra. Feel the vibration in your cells. Closing the eyes. Just connecting inward. Swasti prajabhya palipalayantam nyayena margena mahi mahishaha go brahmanebhyaha shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Releasing the hands, releasing the legs, coming to a lying down, comfortable position, thighs open, palms facing the ceiling. Or maybe we actually start with palms on the belly. Very comfortable here. Maybe if you're at home, you could put a blanket over yourself, showing the body that you're safe, you're okay. This is time to relax. keeping all of the energy and warmth inside you. So each inhale is like a balloon filling up. The belly rises. The hands come up with the belly. Each exhale, the hands fall. Breathe deeply into the belly. This is called diaphragmatic belly breathing. It's very calming for the nervous system. As breaths become deeper, we're going to take this into a 3-part breath. Breathing first into the belly, sipping in some more air, breathing into the chest. Finally, sipping in that last bit of air, breathing into the collarbones. And then releasing the same way. Exhale through the collarbones, the chest, and finally the belly. Inhale, belly, chest, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, chest, belly. You're held here by the earth under you. Release everything. Shavasana. Slowly wiggling the toes, the fingers. Breath becomes deep. Extend the arms above the head. Nice stretch. Fingertips to toes. All the length. Coming to one side or just coming up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining the practice. Namaste. Lots of gratitude for sharing this and for your strength.
Thank you so much.
How did that feel?
That was exactly what I needed. I was a little bit hungover in the beginning, and now
You sweat that right out.
that shoulder stand.
Oh yes, that does help detoxify too. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for joining. Yeah.
So good. Thank you.
You guys were warriors. All the strength.
Amazing job with the arms. Wow.
I hope you could still
I know,
understand the poses even if you couldn't see them.
It was so good.
Yay. I'm so glad you
Okay,
still...
so
Yeah.
just will you let me know when you'd like to, what your available times would be
Yeah.
to teach? Yeah.
Totally.
And I'll get on to you.
Joe, can you connect us